certain of it.
Legate, there is work to do.
That's why I'm here.
Good. It is your responsibility to locate new initiates for our order. Others will follow our example, just as you did.
I will do as Kalan instructs.
Your devotion speaks well of you. You may have to go deep into enemy territory to find suitable candidates. So, make sure you have the right supplies before you leave. Once there, I'd advise you to avoid more densely populated areas. It will be safer, particularly as some of those in the towns have been brainwashed into their cause. Some candidates can be persuaded, but with others, you may need to break their will or use force to initiate them. I know that may feel wrong, but remember, you are saving them. Once you have persuaded an initiate to join us, an escort will bring them back to the Horde.
Who do you want me to recruit?
We want the brightest and the best. But we'll settle for the available and the willing. I've selected 3 men that our drones have identified. Connor, Ryder, and Galler. The first 2 should be in Tavar, and the 3rd man in Edan. I'll transmit their coordinates to your adjutor.
Can you train me?
I can try. What would you like to learn?
ELEX. They'll do anything for it.
But aren't you interested in what's going on?
Reinhold sent me. He says you have a job for me.
You're the new legate, correct?
Correct.
I could use another man. So let's get right to your job. There's at least 6 of them gone rogue, escaped the Horde, and taken up residence there. Judgment has been passed, and they need to be brought back or executed. Come back when they're dead.
More than 6 renegade heretics?
Yes, there are 10 missing. We're not sure how many are rogue and how many were killed by the heretics when they escaped. Is that all right? Is that too many for you?
No, I can handle it.
Good. Then go and handle it. Dismissed.
What goods have you?
Okay.
off-world vehicles. There are some people who say they were worshipped. We have found numerous small reproductions of these cars. Perhaps every car. Over there. Over there. that went well again.
I think they know I want every last one of the things dead.
Why are there so many jackals in this area?
Now, you're asking me why I became a hunter. You could say I followed in my old dad's footsteps. Only that dipshit bred jackals. Thought he could tame them, train them. Now I'm trying to undo the damage he did. I spend every spare minute tracking them down. When I'm not trying to get enough meat to live, to sell, and that takes most of my time.
So, you work for the Duke?
People don't work for the Duke. That's the whole point of being outlaws. Not that anyone there is really free. You know where to find the teeth on a jackal? In the fort. You think you know where the knife is, but the next minute you feel it sticking in your back. You're best out here with the jackals rather than in there with the real animals.
Do you want help hunting these jackals?
Nah. This is something I need to do myself. For my family. And I need to earn a living.
The Clerics want you to join them. You'd have training, food, a place to live. You should join.
No, I'm not the man for that. Clerics, outlaws, whatever. They're not for me. No, I'm staying here. I'm finishing this job by finishing these jackals. I made that promise to my family.
Your job here is done. It is time to leave. You will join the Clerics.
But my promise.
You have made good on your promise. It is time to change. It is time to join a new family.
A new family? Yes. Yes, I want a new family.
Then you will join the Clerics. You will find a new family in Kalan. You will be collected in a few days. A group will take you to the Horde. Okay?
Yeah. I'll be ready.
Good. You won't regret it.
Excellent. What a remarkable structure. An ingenious way of creating an ecosystem that is independent of the outside world. Over there. Over there.
Go and bother someone else.
Yeah. Someone new in the Valley of the Dead. Doesn't matter why you're here. If you have the option, turn around.
Thanks for the advice.
Just a friendly warning. One wanderer to another. Be glad you found us first. Others wouldn't have given you the chance to leave. You go on. Don't expect a second chance. You better listen to what I say. Don't trust anyone. Especially not us. This one's mine! Doesn't matter what...
I can take care of myself.
Just a friendly warning. One... Be glad you... Others wouldn't have... You better listen to what I say. Don't trust anyone. Especially not us. So, you wanna fight?
This is a dangerous area.
There's nothing here.
I will assist you.
I'll help you.
That isn't enough.
Are you sure this is a good place for us to be?
Let's finish this.
I will assist you. I am right behind you. That went well again. area here is rather worrisome. Over there. Over there. I think it's very risky for us to be here.
You are talking nonsense.
I am right behind you.
How did you get here alive? You're not an exile and you don't look like you've come to save me. You're a cleric, aren't you? Maybe it's that clan of yours. Does clan give you protection against the spirits? He must give you protection against outlaws if you've got this far. But what brings you out here? Into the Valley of the Damned?
Why shouldn't I have got here alive? What's so dangerous here?
Didn't you come down here on that lift? Didn't you see all the bodies? All those dead berserkers? The Valley of the Damned. Home of exiles, the condemned, the damned, the lost. You pick which of those you are.
Who are you?
We are all exiles here. We all broke the law in Goliath. And we are the lucky ones. We have a chance here to clear our names. Harvest wood here for a few moons, survive life in the forest, and we are allowed to return.
Why does Goliath get its timber from here?
To give us something to do. I see now that what I did was wrong, and I will do my best to return to my family. And if you have anyone to return to, make sure you keep your head down. That you don't go out at night and that you ignore all the strange noises. That is how you survive here.
What strange noises?
The noises are... they're the spirits of the forest. I know. I didn't believe either, but now I've heard them. They take people. Animals. They've been taking our supplies too. Well, it's better they take our supplies than us.
Spirits are taking your supplies?
I know. I knew you'd think I was being stupid, but it happens. That's why you shouldn't go outside at night. The risk of getting taken by them is simply too great.
Have you seen these spirits?
No. No one has. Anyone who sees them is taken, probably killed. You're free to look for them if you're bored of life.
Where could I look for these spirits?
You don't look. You listen. You listen for this screaming. Wait there if you want to by our supplies. They come for them at night. Good luck. It was nice knowing you.
I'm attacking!
We'll talk about it later. I have to go.
I've come here to invite you to Ignadon, to become a cleric. The Berserkers sent you out here to die. The Clerics offer you salvation.
Are you serious? Become a cleric? Me? No, no, no. Technology can only lead to the end of our world. We have to put this planet back to how it was, not dig more of it up to build machines. No, you've picked the wrong guy. You're not taking me back to Ignadon.
You will be paid well.
I don't care how many shards you offer. I can't be bought. I'll serve my punishment and return to Goliath when they call me.
This isn't a debate. You will join the Clerics.
But...
The Clerics are your family. You will join them and start your life again.
You... All right. I am a cleric.
Once there, you'll begin your training. Just don't give them any trouble. Understand?
Yeah, sure. I understand.
That was remarkable.
Too easy.
This is a dangerous area. Are you sure this is a good place for us to be?
I'll get you.
There is a lot to learn here. There is a lot to learn here. I must remember these ruins. I would like to return to them someday.
You can blame yourself for this!
Initiating combat. Over there. The desert. Our present and our past blown together on the wind. Philosophy is a much neglected area of study. The old world had more time for it, so my research has shown.
Maybe if they'd spent more time on science, the comet wouldn't have hit.
Maybe, or perhaps knowing who they were helped people to survive what happened. We will never know.
I'll save you the trouble of looking around. This place has already been picked clean, so don't waste your time here. You'll do better elsewhere.
And what did you find?
A few bits of scrap, a few shards. Nothing worth the time I've spent. I got lucky because someone had stashed their finds over there. So at least I got some reward. Here, take some water. You might as well not go home completely empty-handed. And don't worry, it's clean. Any animal that tries to piss in the well here ends up fried. Right, enough with the talk. I need to feed my mutt.
How did you train that jackal?
I didn't. Someone else did. When I found him, he was chewing on a sword. Either his owner had abandoned him, or had been killed. In any case, he's harmless. Not like the other beasts around here. That's why I decided to take him with me. Big daft oaf that he is.
Do you have anything to sell?
Sell? No. I'm no good as a trader.
I tried it once, but in the end, it just brought me trouble. Guys who couldn't pay, guys who bargained over every last shard. I don't want to deal with that sort of shit.
So there's nothing you want to trade?
Well, if you can get some raw meat, I'll trade you something. Snuffles over there could do with something better to eat than old shoe soles. Okay.
I got the meat you wanted.
And still fresh. Great. Here. Some shards from my emergency stash. Sorry about the smell. I keep them in my boots. Still, should keep them safe from thieves. And Snuffles there will appreciate the meal.
When are you moving on?
Ah, that can wait. My boots are rubbing. I could use a little break.
The Clerics need help.
Help? With what? Supplies? You think with their machines they wouldn't need help from anyone. So, come on. What's their problem? It's obvious you're one of them, so speak up.
I'm here to find suitable recruits to join them. Ignidon needs men as well as machines.
You think I'll help out just like that? I'm going to have to think before I make a decision like that.
What's there to think about?
Well, there's Snuffles for a start. I won't be able to take him with me, will I? And I won't just abandon him. I could probably find one of the Duke's men to look after him, but it wouldn't be cheap. They don't do anything for charity. And I don't want to think about what they do to him if they find out I've joined the Clerics.
You don't need to worry about him. Your jackal can look after himself.
He can look after himself. You are right. Snuffles can take care of himself. All right, so what do I do now? When does this all start?
Wait here and you'll be collected. They'll take you to the Horde and explain everything to you there.
Good, then I'll just wait. See you in Ignidon, comrade.
That was well done.
Take it easy.
How are you doing, Falk?
It is hard to say right now. Let me think further.
never earned an honest shard in his life.
Nothing is safe these days.
Did you flee from the Horde too?
Yes, I couldn't stand it anymore.
Then you are welcome amongst us.
Hagen has branded you as heretics and renegades.
And now you're here to kill us?
Give me a reason not to.
If you believe in Kalan, you know his teachings are of wisdom, of knowledge, of caring. If you believe that, you should spare us.
All right, you don't have to die. I will spare you.
We thank you. Really. We'll gather ourselves and set out for home soon. You should think on yourself. Are you sure you're here because you want to be? These clerics put things in your mind. I hope you keep your own thoughts in your head. Many thanks, stranger.
Why did you flee from the Horde?
Since you spared us before, you've proved I can trust you. I will tell you our story. I don't know what you've been told about initiation, but a lot of it's shit. The Horde say they're saving people, but some of the clerics, they don't care about our lives. They were forcing us to fight for them through suggestion, forcing us to fight against our will. Some of us came to. We remembered who we were, what we wanted. So, we're going back to our real homes. You're new, aren't you? How do you know they've not done, won't do, the same to you? Whatever your thoughts, we'd rather die than return there.
Excellent. Catch up with you again later.
See you later.
Be careful out there.
About my duties as a legate. The heretics are dead.
Then Kalan has seen justice done in his name.
No, I didn't kill them.
Didn't kill them? Or you sided with them? Treason is punishable by death. This is Kalan's word. Have you anything to say before I pass judgment on you?
They deserved sympathy. Or is Kalan always vengeful?
Then it was a mistake to have asked this of you. The shortage of personnel here makes it tempting to send as few people as possible. That can be counterproductive. Thank you for trying to complete your mission. I am obliged.
That was remarkable.
No, I won't accept that.
About the initiates you want me to find. Galler has agreed to join us.
Excellent. I'll be interested to see how this berserker settles into our community.
Ryder is ready to start his initiation.
He might find that tough as an outlaw, but all components must be forged. He will soon fit the role he is to serve. Good work.
The initiate Connor should arrive here soon.
I've been told that he's already here, but they're not letting him into the Horde. He's been stopped at the gate. Have you any explanation for that?
No.
Then you'd better go down to the gate and find out what's going on.
You aren't the first to tell me that.
Why wouldn't you let Connor into the Horde?
Because Connor matches the description of a guy who ambushed one of my merchants. I can't prove it, that's why he's still walking around breathing. But I can't let him in. And if it is him, do we really want someone like that joining the Clerics?
So you're refusing Baldur's order?
I'm not refusing anything. The order says we must seek out and welcome new initiates. But you're only an initiate once you're inside the Horde. He's not in the Horde, so he's not an initiate. So I don't have to welcome him. End of story. Get him out of my sight, dead or alive.
What if I vouch for him?
Vouch whatever you like. He's not coming in until the merchant gets paid for the goods that were stolen.
Take this. That should cover the stolen goods.
Well, you are determined to carry out your orders. Who am I to stand in the way of such dutiful action? Connor is free to enter the Horde. Send him in.
That was well done.
I thought you said I was sent for. Now I get here, and that idiot at the gate won't let me in. Do they need me or not? Make your mind up.
I spoke with Xander. It was all a misunderstanding. You can go in.
Are you sure? It looked like he wanted to kill me.
It's all sorted out now. Go in.
I'm certain of it.
Connor has arrived for initiation.
Good. Very good. Let us hope he proves his potential. Our drone intelligence suggested that he was one to watch. Well, that's the last of the initiates we'd identified. You have done the Horde a great service. Our ranks must be filled, and you have helped to bring new initiates to our cause. You have the thanks of the Horde. Don't forget to report to Reinhold.
They're addicts, and that makes them dangerous.
Sure, okay.
The renegade heard.
Very good. Dismissed.
Damn it.
I located the initiates.
Yes, And he brought all of them here safely. A very satisfactory conclusion. It speaks well of you that you wish to act in Kalan's name. We will promote you to the rank of Paladin for a small donation.
Prophet Arvid warns of the apocalypse that will come. Only Kalan can lead you to safety. Kalan is the only shield your soul shall find. Hear his words and take them to your heart. The prophet gave to us the holy writings of Kalan. Follow them and you will be welcome in the arms of Kalan. Follow them and you will see the infinite skies. Your mind must be clear, and your soul pure. The faithful must grow. The word must be spread. Find and welcome those fit to be held in the arms of Kalan. In numbers, in strength, we will prosper. Let your belief not falter. Let your strength hold back the impure. Let us be at one with Kalan.
I'm gonna keep quiet about that no matter what they say.
Can you trade?
I can...
No, I won't accept that.
Teach me something.
It's done.
Do you really think?
Teach me something.
Yeah?
Teach me something.
Yeah?
So, you've joined a faction. Joining the Clerics was an interesting decision, but, well, I suppose you know what you're doing.
Come with me.
You've already got some...
Well, yeah. Wow, you done the whole, you know.
No, I don't. What are you talking about?
Well, now that you're one of the Clerics.
Yes, I've joined a faction.
Yeah, you've gone and signed your life away to them. That's like serious shit. Well, to some people. I mean, I'm supposed to be an outlaw, but, you know.
No, I don't know.
Well, never taken it too seriously. Well, I have, I just haven't been that good at it. Well, I have, just not dedicated. You know.
No. From now on, Ray, just assume I don't know and don't ask. Okay?
Excellent. Initiating combat.
Initiating combat.
I will assist you.
Initiating combat. I'm attacking. Over there. Over there. As you wish. That went well again. Look out! Initiating combat. I am right behind you. Look out!
The area here is rather worrisome.
Initiating combat. Initiating combat.
How am I...
You have my what? You didn't exactly help the men at the Mana Shrine, and you must earn those. Get the hell out of here! That's it. Yes, just go.
Why are you trying to sneak around? You can get out. Yes, just go. You'll have to deal with things yourself. I can't help you right now.
About these rarities.
Yes?
I have Eric Eisenfaust's sword.
Oh, piece of history that. You're touching the past there. Listen closely and you can hear it. Sell me, Alric. Charge big, Alric. I'd better move it soon. Ragnar's going to go crazy when he realizes it's gone. Oh well, pleasure doing business with you.
And the reward?
Is yours, of course. Thank you for returning my family heirloom.
Teach me.
Yeah, yeah.
Bad technology will get you into trouble here.
Hey, asshole. Chloe's, you are dead.
Well, hello, 100.
I've already paid you.
You've already? No. No, that's not how it works. You haven't paid.
I paid you 1,000 shards, remember?
1,000? Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was you. Of course. Yes, sorry about that. Sorry for bothering you. Go in, go in.
Hey, you ass! Is William only sending us the dumbest? I told you to. If you go wandering off and leaving the fort unprotected, you won't get any more work from me. You're fired.
What's the password?
I'm on your side. I'm a cleric.
I asked you about the password. So why didn't you answer? Come on, speak up. You won't run to our front. So I will ask you again. How did you find us?
Frank gave me the coordinates in the fort.
Frank, you've spoken to him. I've been trying to hatch a plan for days now to work out how to get him out of there.
Over there. Look out!
So, do you want to know how Frank is doing?
Do I want to know if he's been tortured? If the outlaws have starved him? If his belief is being challenged every day? I know how the outlaws treat their captives. That's exactly why I want to get him back.
Can I help you get your man back?
Right now, I'll take whatever help I can get. I want to get Frank home safely, and I fear if I go in after him, I'll just get him killed. You probably stand more chance than us. They don't see all our order as enemies, but they know my face, and that I'm part of a reconnaissance group. So they won't give me a chance to enter the fort. You think you can get in without a problem?
What's your plan for getting your man out of the fort?
Well, we can just ask them. The outlaws aren't going to suddenly start abiding by old agreements from the Great Council of Magellan. ELEX is the only thing they respect. If we offer enough, the Duke should agree to set him free.
The Great Council of Magellan?
Yes. That was almost 100 years ago. There was constant warfare that threatened to destroy us all. It was the Clerics who brought all the factions together to sign a non-aggression pact to save us all. You know, peace reigned for almost 40 years. But during that time, each group was increasing, growing in size, becoming more committed to their cause. It just made the next war all the bigger.
Why doesn't anyone keep to the pact now?
Because as a species, we're actually pretty damn dumb. And I'm not excluding the Clerics here. In those days, the Clerics were fighting the Berserkers over an ELEX deposit. They needed it for their mana. We needed it to drive our machines. When we weren't able to reach agreement, weapons began to speak instead.
And there's been war ever since?
The Horde assumed the war would be short. Back then, we didn't know the power their mana can unleash. We were arrogant. We assumed the technology we'd stockpiled, the weapons we developed would be enough. Then Berserker's magic grew stronger, until one battle where our machines failed. Whole squadrons of our troops were wiped out. We haven't recovered from that defeat, even today.
You left the outlaws out of your story.
Because they aren't worth my breath. They were violating the resolutions almost as soon as the Council had made them. Their attacks mostly consisted of small raids, but it was only a matter of time before they tried something bigger.
I've heard enough.
Good. We have to...
Give me the elixir. I'll pay.
Very well. That elixir is going to buy the freedom of my friend. Don't let it go astray.
Why are you here?
To find out what's happening. Ever since the Duke took over here, the lines of communication with Ignadon have been shut down. Baxter might have been a maniac, but at least he talked to us. Now, this Duke and his men, they came out of nowhere. They destabilized the whole of Tabar. We want to know if he's a threat, or if he'll start talking to us.
Beginning communication will be tricky. Getting people to agree on concepts can prove extremely frustrating.
I couldn't agree more. But the sooner we start seeking common ground, the more likely we are to find it.
That was remarkable.
From what I've heard, you haven't got the best reputation.
Is that right? That's just because I'm the one who is prepared to get my hands dirty getting things done. So speak up. Who has been bad-mouthing me? Come on. Open your mouth and speak. Which skin flap has been opening their mouth, and what do they say?
I'm not telling you a thing.
You think you can withhold information from me? I'll break every damn bone in your body.
You like to talk, don't you?
You think I'm all talk? Wow, have you got it wrong?
Enough talk. Let's get this over with.
Another asshole, another corpse. You are dead.
I spoke.
Our group command?
He tasked me.
Then why are you going to do what he asks, or?
Madison is dead. You can make your escape.
Madison is dead? That will make it much easier to escape. I'll still have to pick my moment, if I don't want to end up back in here with a different jailer. But, thank you. I'm sorry I can't give you anything as a reward. These outlaws stripped anything of value from me when I was captured. But, you have my thanks. And if you can make it back to my unit, Hartmut will show his appreciation for me. I'm certain of it. So, look for him if you're short of elixir. All there is left to do is to wish you good luck. I won't be here the next time you enter the fort. So, good luck out there, my friend. May Kalan watch over you.
Talk is cheap. Talk is...
fucking around.
Out of ammo.
Yes, the plan is...
And?
Chloe's finally opening up. It just took a little time to get through to her, and then some drink to get her talking.
What information did you get out of her?
Why she can't pay the Duke. I mean, she's in charge of the entertainment district, so she should have Alexit coming out of her ears, right? Yet, she's desperate to collect that money. She's got no shards to spend. She can't cover the Duke's tribute. I mean, there has to be a story to be told.
And? Are you going to tell me the story?
Chloe is being forced to pay protection money. She can't pay the Duke or anyone else because she's already being bled dry. We shouldn't talk here. Walk with me a moment. Let's go talk outside. Follow me and try not to get noticed.
Okay, go ahead.
I don't want everybody to hear what I'm about to tell you. The situation isn't exactly safe for anyone involved. Come on, let's get somewhere we can talk. Okay, I don't think anyone will overhear us here. So, this is what I've learned. A guy called Blake is behind this. He's forcing Chloe to pay protection money.
Who is Blake?
Blake is one of the district overseers here. He's in the upper section of the fort. Not the best overseer we have, let's put it that way. Total self-righteous asshole, to put it another. But who am I to question the Duke?
I assume you already have a plan.
I wouldn't be rad if I didn't, right? Before we go any further, let me make one thing clear. Under no circumstances should you speak to Blake. If you approach him now, I've got no doubt he'd back off and leave Chloe alone. But that would just mean he'd just come back later when he thought things had blown over. We need to force him to forget about the protection money for good. Otherwise, what's the point?
We should kill Blake.
Are you crazy? No. Blake is an influential guy. He's protected by lots of people. He's also a pretty good fighter in his own right. Killing him, trying to kill him, could land you in all sorts of shit. We should focus on Blake. Despite all his influence, he's been going through bodyguards. 3 of them have died in the last 2 months. But if anybody knows why, nobody is saying. We need to go through his things and find out why. There has to be some dirt there, and we could use it. We just need some hint. Then we can sort all this out to our benefit. Chloe gets freed from Blake, and we get the shards we need.
Why do you think the bodyguards are dead?
Well, he seems to have some business to take care of outside the fort. And sure, it can be dangerous out there. And Blake claims the bodyguards were killed by jackals while he was out hunting. But that just doesn't sound right. If you can get to Blake's place, look through his things, then maybe you can turn up some proof of what really happened. Anything that relates to bodyguards.
Okay, I'll look for the proof at Blake's house.
Follow the rat's plan, and you'll come out ahead, my friend. Look through Blake's stuff and come back to me with... Then we'll figure it... I'll see.
That was amateurish.
Do I know you? You see, I'm thinking, no, I don't know you. So, I'm asking myself where you saw the fucking sign that says, hey, talk to this guy.
I saw it back there.
Ha, funny. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, the last comedian I met kept telling jokes even after I wrapped him in meat and thrown him to the dogs. You know, he laughed all the way until his larynx got torn out. The fuck do you want here? You think you can join one of those shitbag groups and then turn up here looking for profit? Or have you seen through the bullshit they're trying to sell you? And you think you can get some freedom and profit here instead?
Why do people call you Mad Bob?
Who called me that? Who the fuck called me that?
You haven't heard that name before?
Just tell me who the fuck used that name. Was it William? Was it Chloe? Tell me, was it the Duke? No, it wouldn't be the Duke. So which of the other two was it?
Just answer my question.
Forget that name. No. Tell me who told you that name, then you'd better fucking forget it.
William told me that name.
William? Right. Just so we understand each other, I'll say this one last time. Don't ever use that name again.
Who are you exactly?
I'm the Scrap Baron. Remember that if you want to make profit, because I'm in charge of the scrap collectors here, which means you don't make profits if you piss me off.
Called worthless by a man who lives on a scrap pile. The people in Tavar must love irony.
Oh, and the comedy keeps coming. You know, my dad loved jokes. I remember one time I took the piss out of him and he told me, if something annoys you, you get rid of it. Then he put a bullet in my dog and laughed himself stupid. Goes to show you there's an audience for every joke if you can find them. Fucker. I loved that dog. And take some advice. You're free here. No gods to pray to, no trees to serve, no hybrid to give you orders. You're as free as long as you have shards in your pocket, and as long as you don't piss me off, or steal from me, or keep asking me dumbass questions. So enjoy your freedom. People died to get it for you.
I can see why they use the term scrap instead of salvage. Much of this is in a poor state.
It takes a wise man to see the value here. Fortunately, they have me.
What do you do with all this scrap?
We make profit, and we keep those shitbag factions out of our business. Scrap is what makes it all happen. Scrap is what we've got in Tavar. Scrap is who we are, and I am the Scrap Baron.
Where do you get this scrap?
From the ruins of the old world, out in the desert. It's out there, waiting to be found. Treasure amongst the sands. You just need the people to get it.
And people? Well?
They are the easiest and cheapest things to come by.
And then you take the profits.
Trickle-down economy, isn't it? I get the shards, when they get the scrap. And if they don't get the scrap, their blood trickles down into the desert. It's the shards I get for their scrap that keeps them alive. Whatever anyone says, my scrap is the savior of this shithouse. You can work for me. I've got the shards. You just have to do me a few favors to get them. It will be done.
The throne...
About... Where do you want me to start?
Well, first I want some answers. I sent some scrap collectors out to scavenge a set of ruins on an island to the south. Everything I heard about those ruins screamed profit. And yet, so far, no scrap deliveries. So, I want you to go and find out what's happening, and make damn sure my scrap arrives soon.
You're not getting your scrap deliveries because of a group of clerics.
Clerics? What are those motherfuckers doing wrapped up in my business?
They're on the island, and they've hijacked your scrap deliveries. Do you want them to leave?
Leave? I want those motherfuckers dead. Dead. Rotting and out of my business. Put the weapon away. Now you're behaving more logically. Put the weapon away. Now you're behaving more logically. Put the weapon. I have nothing to say to you. I have nothing to say to you. Put the weapon away.
Some sort of harbor complex. This area would trade with other states, across the sea, or bring other goods in from faraway lands. Sometimes I wonder what happened to those places when the comet hit.
Be safe out there. Be safe out there.
That was amateurish.
Do I? So ha, yeah, you know, you think perhaps, and you begin with the light scrub or takes from you. Just was no.
The throne has long been a symbol of power, conferring power on the person seated on it. The fact that this throne is made from scrap also says a lot about the person who sits on it. Fascinating. Some sort of harbor complex. This area would trade with other states, across the sea, or bring other goods in from faraway lands. Sometimes I wonder what happened to those places when the comet hit.
I've been to the fort.
And what can you tell me?
The scrap baron has noticed that his deliveries have stopped.
Damn, I feared stopping them completely was pushing our luck. Kalan is right. Greed will be our undoing.
So, what's your plan?
I will have to rethink our strategy. An open fight could mean losses in men and material. So, I think finding a way to throw off his suspicions would be our best course.
What can I do?
I will make sure the outlaws get their deliveries from time to time. Just enough so that suspicion is decreased. You need to sell that lie. Make it sound like everything is getting back to normal. Can I count on your assistance?
You can count on me.
Good, but be careful. If you're caught, the outlaws don't tend to be subtle when they're angry.
Excellent.
these favors you want. Your scrap will be delivered soon.
You better be right.
It's coming.
Right. You got it done. Anything else to tell me?
Nothing else.
Right. Good. Here. This is your share for helping me out.
About?
That's single. Okay. Get this. The instructions are simple. Think you can follow them?
Just tell me what you want doing.
I need a debt paying. It doesn't matter what else you do here in the fort. You have got to pay your debts. Otherwise, you're no one. So I need you to sort out what I owe.
Who do you owe?
Ace. He always gets lucky in cards. Maybe too lucky. I lost big to him the other day, and I've got to clear that debt. But I don't feel like seeing him. I might forget he was lucky and get angry with a fast-stealing bastard.
Did he cheat?
Maybe. Maybe not. But I lost, and people saw it. My name counts where it has to, and that means paying your debts. This IOU is worth 1,000 shards, and I'll add a little bonus to go with it. Just as a big, warm thank you to Ace.
I'll
take the shard. Don't here. And of course, don't forget my little present for Ace. Put them in Ace's place, near the marketplace. Put them on the table, or somewhere obvious.
I'm done here.
You think you can get a hold of a decent set of ALP components? I can find some shards to cover that.
This bar should prove an interesting place for observing local social interest.
The scrap baron wants to settle his gambling debts.
And they said not to play him. Now here comes the payday of them all. Opportunity, opportunity, you've got to take your chance. I hope you get your chance too, my friend. When you do, take it.
A casket?
Where is it?
I left it in your shack.
Mine and my brother's shack. We share everything. When he gets back, we're going to split these earnings. We'll both get a new start. Man, and to think they told me not to play the Baron. They'll eat those words now.
Don't ask me what that was about.
Have we got enough guards on duty? It never feels like we have
How
enough.
many people have we lost? And you still
He's been
think
chewing on that thing for days.
You're an idiot. I'll meet you again later on.
I met the men you sent to greet me.
And yet, here you are alive.
You sent the wrong men.
So it seems. You must be stronger than you look. All right, let's call it quits. Let's put it in the past and move on.
No, I don't think so.
What's the point in going on with this? You think attacking me is gonna get you somewhere? Fighting won't achieve anything. I won't fight you again.
Teach me something.
All right.
Yeah, not now, all right?
I'm sorry. Unless this is official business, you should move on.
I've completed.
Just in time. I just heard his brother is back. I hope he enjoys the surprise you left him.
What was in the casket I left?
Spade and his brother. They were always inseparable. It would be a crime not to bring them back together.
What was that?
That was the surprise. I bet Spade just jumped for joy.
There was a bomb in that casket?
You did good work. You're in danger of making me trust you.
Pay me.
I always pay. Take this. And I don't forget favors, either. You're free to use Ace and Spade's shacks as your own. Move in whenever you want.
An interesting mix of emotion and cold logic that displays all the behavioral traits of a psychopath.
And you'd be amazed at how much that pushes up my profit.
Teach it.
Halt! Not a step further. No one is allowed into the city without an entry permit.
I'm a cleric. I can help you if you let me through.
A brother in Kalan is always welcome to the Dome City. We need every man we can get. It's a powder keg in there. Watch yourself. The outlaws will be keeping track of you as soon as you get inside. Here, this entry ID will allow you in and out. And you might need to get out. There are Albor bands passing by through here regularly, and the outlaws are planning some sort of rebellion. This city is supposed to be a refuge from the war, but we're brewing our own mini version of it in here. Enough from me. You'd better go in. And report into Alois when you do. There's more than enough work going around for clerics. Oh, and there are some rules I need to tell you before you enter. First, stay away from the generators. Nobody but the technicians is allowed access to them. That sort of security is why we need to keep an eye on IDs. So if you meet someone who's in the city illegally, report them to us immediately. And Eric will take care of them. We can only keep peace in the city if we all work together, and we keep the city secure. That's what was laid down by the Great Council of Magalan. And the Great Council gave the clerics the responsibility for guaranteeing the city's independence. That means everyone is welcome here, until they cause trouble. So keep the peace while you're in there. Our suggesters are busy enough without you adding to their workload. And that's it. They pass.
What's happening in the city?
Nothing right now, but it's simmering. You can feel it. There was something building even before we let those Alp separatists in here. They just lit the touch paper. But hey, we're supposed to be a sanctuary, so someone decided to open the gates and let the separatists in.
I was also an Alb once.
You? A cleric who used to be an Alb? Nice one. Like Kalan would ever welcome an Alb to the infinite skies.
Where can I find Eric?
Just go straight down the path into the inner city. You should find him there.
You mentioned the Council of Magalan.
The Great Council, yes. You'll have to speak to Judicator Alois if you want to know more about that. I'm not that well informed on my history.
Who's Alois?
Alois is the Judicator in charge of the city. You'll find him in the castle. He likes to stay close to the generators.
Not now.
Another time, yeah?
Nah, I'm watching you.
If you're here for the food rations, then I'll tell you what I told the other 100 people. Someone must have been making a joke. I don't have anything to say, so you can just turn around.
I'm not here about the food rations.
You're not? Ah, is that so? Well, then I'm sorry. I have been the butt of a joke that has left me rather angry, and I thought, well, I'm sorry. It's just, I'm just so sick of it. The belligerence between the berserkers and outlaws. Everything was simpler when I was a cultivator in Goliath. We had laws and everyone obeyed them. Why can't people just all work together?
If you feel that way, why don't you go back to Goliath?
No. Those days are gone. I left willingly to establish a world heart here in Abessa. But when it became clear that the seedling wouldn't grow, Caleb decided that we would remain here. And whatever Caleb says is best. But now, no, I can't go back. We went against orders from Goliath. If I go back now, they'll just stick me in a cage, no questions asked.
Yeah, I'll talk to you later. What do you want here?
I saw you. You saw me what?
I saw how you came through into the dome. Who are you? Why were you allowed in?
I'm a cleric.
I should have known clerics wouldn't follow their own rules. This city is supposed to be sealed. No one is supposed to be allowed in. But I suppose you clerics should be allowed some privileges as thanks for offering us all protection. I wouldn't want to have to deal with the outlaws. End up with the city here like the fort in Tavar? No thanks. Not to mention the damn separatists here. They may say they're not Albs anymore, but you can't trust them, whatever they are.
Who are you?
Caleb. I lead the Berserkers who've chosen to settle here in Ambassador.
Does that mean you're exiles?
Well, none of us are allowed to return to Edan now. Or we just end up being sent to the valley. As to why they came here, well, the first settlers were sent to Abessa to plant a world heart to expand the forest of Edan out here. But they were cut off from Edan by the Alps, left on their own to survive. And after a while, they decided to keep it that way. The warlords in Goliath weren't happy. But they're stretched too thin for another conflict, so here we are. And since they settled here, others have joined us. Some are escaped exiles, others just chose to leave Edan.
What do you have against the Separatists?
They are coming here, to our city. The only city with a real chance of peace among the factions. If it was up to me, then we would make sure these Albs went somewhere else. They might say we have the same goal, the same enemy, but I don't believe a word of what they say. Who says they aren't spies sent here to deactivate the dome? They can't be trusted.
You want to have all the Separatists thrown out of the city?
Yeah. And you know what? I have already started to make it happen. I'll recruit anyone who'll help get this done. We have an eyewitness who claims to have seen the Separatists exchanging information with the Albs. Traitorous bastards.
Who is this eyewitness?
The Berserker Jorg saw Fenk meet with an Alb in front of the city. Why would they meet if it wasn't to exchange information about the dome? Sadly, Jorg is the only one who's seen Fenk. And now he started saying he isn't sure he really saw Fenk meet an Alb from Zakor. So I have to jog Jorg's memory, or make sure he stops denying what he said. There has to be a way to do that.
You don't think that Jorg could have been wrong in the first place?
No, never. You can't trust these Separatists. They'll betray us sooner or later for sure. I'm telling you, this is just the beginning.
I can make sure Jorg stops denying his story.
You can? Do you think you can make Jorg stick? It's for the good of this, so go to Jorg. Either help jog his memory a bit, or make sure he stays quiet. It can never be said again that the Albs might be innocent.
There's nothing for you here, so why don't you just leave?
Well, well. Hey, you. Hey, it's you.
Yes, Frank. It's me, Jax.
I heard they shot you down. That you were dead. Apparently that was wrong. But if you're here, does that mean you're a separatist now? Will you stay here and support our cause? I'm sure you would be very welcome.
What cause?
We've broken free from Zakor, from being slaves to ELEX. And we've worked, persuaded people to allow us into the city. And now we're here. We are working to be allowed to stay. Would you be willing to help us?
I will give you my support.
Good. We have to stick together. People blame us for this war, even though we left Zakor to escape it. They will doubt us until the day peace begins. I mean, they don't even trust each other. Among all these warring people, all these different agendas, we, you and I, share a similar destiny. It's the only way anyone will survive.
What good's... What good...
It cost all of us.
Why are you torturing yourself over that?
Are you here to seek shelter or to cause problems? This area is a sanctuary for refugees. There's nothing here for reavers, recruiters, or troublemakers.
What's wrong with you? Have I done something to piss you off?
Call it experience, but those in need and those willing to help don't normally question my motives.
Are you always so edgy?
You know you wouldn't need to defuse things if you didn't get people wound up in the first place. Damn, this is like being back in Goliad all over again.
What brought you out here?
This is a place away from the war. A place people can make up their minds without being pressured to join one of the factions. If the people here wanted to join a faction, they would have. But some people aren't ready for that. Or they've been cast out. They have to go somewhere.
So there's no faction in charge here?
Well, the Clerics keep order, but it's not like the Horde where entry means you have to join them. Here you can forget about factions.
You're a berserker. Is Adan trying to conquer a vessel?
I don't answer to Adan. And these people belong to no faction. They belong only to themselves. I stand as their protector against anyone who would force them to do otherwise. My only connection to Adan is my magic. I wish it was more, but wishes don't make things so.
Have you been exiled from Goliad?
Exiled? No. There are those in Idan who want to use my magic for their own purposes. Ever since my power started to grow, they changed me. Their mana changed me, and that change just won't stop. I'm becoming stronger and stronger. It is terrifying.
If that's true, why don't you use your power?
I do, I have. But sometimes it overwhelms me. That's why I fight alone. If I lose control of a spell, there's a chance I could kill anyone and everyone around me. The warlords wanted to test me, try my powers, to harness them. Now I need to find a solution myself. But to do that, I need to study the properties of ELEX, to learn more about it.
I could use someone like you.
Use? There's a word I've heard too much. Well, count me out. I'm not interested in being used.
I could help you.
What do you know of what I need? What do you know of how to help me? ELEX marks people. Mana, chems, exposure from food tainted by it. It stays with people. You have its mark on you. You're different somehow. What is it about you?
I took ELEX in the past. Is that what you're seeing? Or is there something else?
Took it? You were fed it. You were an Alb soldier. Well, it seems we have something in common. We've both been fed ELEX in one form or another. It's changed us. And neither of us know what that means we are now.
What do you think? My offer still stands.
And what exactly is it that you're planning?
I am going to end this war by taking the fight to the Elexitors. And I'm trying to put together a group skilled enough to win that fight.
And you think I'll take part in this?
In return, I will help your quest to find the ELEX you're searching for. Then you can improve your magical abilities. You said yourself, the longer you are here, the more you fear your powers will overwhelm you. The longer you stay here, the more danger you put these people in. If you really want to protect them, you need to leave.
Even if that's true, why should I leave with you?
I was an Alb. I know ELEX and I know magic. I know the impulses that follow you even during sleep. I know the nightmares and the problems of trying to control power that really wants to control you. And I know what it's like when all that is taken from you. We can help each other.
And it's not like I have other options. Not in the long term. You're right. I'm hiding from it here. I need to get out there and find a real solution. I'll wait by the main gate, and we'll see if your actions can match your words. You should stock up here before we go.
I will meet you by the gate.
Just don't keep me waiting, or you might find I change my mind.
That was remarkable.
Are you here to pay me those shards you owe me? Because I'm pissed at how long you're taking to pay.
Why are you torturing yourself over
What good?
This is private property.
I've never trusted her.
Yes.
I heard, but would. Good. I mean, if we're to stay, we need someone to get to Caleb and York.
will help you.
Good. It is best if you go straight to York. Caleb is already attempting further arguments to ensure our expulsion. But it is York's statement that has put us in danger. That lie underpins Caleb's argument against us. If people believe we are working with the enemy, we will be exiled. But if York confesses his lie, then Caleb would no longer have the proof he claims. They would have no reason to expel us.
What is the problem with Caleb and Jorg?
Jorg is a berserker. He's accused us of spying for the Alps and Zakor. He claims he saw us handing over information about the shield generators. It's completely illogical. We are the ones with the most to lose if Zakor captures this city. But the free people are prisoners to emotion. It makes them doubt logic. They have already thrown one of our group out of the city. Now they are threatening the rest of us with the same fate. We are no friends of the Alps and Zakor. They would see us dead. We want this to be our home. We need the free people to understand this.
Are you here to pay me those
Are you here
shards
to
you owe
seek
me?
shelter
Because I'm
or to
pissed at
This
how long
area is a
this-
sanctuary. There's nothing.
I'm not a Reaver.
Then I hope that means you're here to help.
What brought you out here?
This is a place. Well. You, what are you? Matt, you. And what? Even if.
I know.
That was remarkable.
You should.
Of course.
You don't feed the belly, the rest of the body.
I've heard a lot about that. I'm not sure I believe it.
What kept you? So you are. And are you planning on telling me where you've set up camp or what comes next? Or do I have to wait for that too?
Okay. I'll tell you what's happened so far.
You've done a lot, but you still have got a lot of work ahead of you. Or we have.
And we're not going to get where we need to without a jetpack.
Don't worry, I know how to use one of those. I'll keep up with you. Now can we talk about my problem? There's just one more thing.
Yes.
Why did you choose to join the Clerics?
To begin with, it seemed like the best way to survive.
But that isn't everything.
My own people tried to kill me. I want to find answers, and joining a faction has to help me find them.
I hope you're not just doing this for your own personal reasons.
You said you wanted to study the properties of ELEX. How will you do that?
I can feel the presence of ELEX. Mostly where it's present in great quantities.
Like the converter?
You don't need any special powers to feel the ELEX there. No, I'm talking about unrefined ELEX. When it's raw, latent. I can learn more from it when it hasn't been altered. I want to explore Magalan and look for some large deposits of unrefined ELEX.
Deposits? I thought ELEX arrived with the comet.
You're right. Part of its power is that it isn't from here. I want to discover how it is spread across Magalan.
But when it is processed by the Alps, the ELEX changes. It becomes polarized. The transmuted form that the Berserkers get from their mana shrine changes it in similar ways. That keeps some of its power, but it's the ELEX that came with the comet that I want to learn more about. I feel that there are secrets to learn about it. To understand those secrets, I need it untouched, pure ELEX.
How do you want to find these large ELEX deposits?
When the comet impact spread ELEX across Magellan, it found its way everywhere. Into the seas, the rock, the air we breathe. But it is collected and concentrated in some places. I have felt the vibrations, the presence of these deposits. I want to track them down and examine them.
Where can you find this unrefined ELEX?
The first deposit I'd like to investigate is north of the city of Abessa. I can show you.
If it's so close, why hasn't anyone else found it?
I don't know. Maybe because nobody can feel ELEX like I can.
Your senses are better than ALP technology.
Come with me and find out.
All right.
It's not far from the city. Follow me. There is a vast amount of ELEX flowing into the sea. It washes out of the cliffs and the ground, and it flows out across the planet. ELEX is everywhere.
But you still think we need to find concentrations of it?
Yes, from the moment the comet struck, ELEX has been seeping into everything on Magellan. That makes the background noise from it hard to read. If I'm to learn more, we must follow those mutants to find where the ELEX is coming from. We know where we have to go. I'll follow you this time. I am better at sensing ELEX than any person I know, but there are mutants with the same ability. We should be careful in case the ELEX deposit has attracted them.
Be careful.
I'm better at sensing ELEX than any person I know, but there are mutants with the same ability. We should be careful in case the ELEX deposit has attracted them. The deposit must be here. I can feel the ELEX in the ground.
And so what do we do now?
I must meditate. Wait over there. I need space away from you. Please don't disturb me. That was what I was afraid of.
That doesn't sound good.
It's something I've suspected. It's why I came. It's the reason you're going to think I'm crazy. I could feel the ELEX was communicating with me. Like it has a purpose. That it wants something from me, from the people on this planet.
ELEX speaks to you?
I know how crazy that sounds, but it's true.
But it's a mineral. How can it want something? How can it speak to you?
That's one of the reasons I had to leave Goliad. It was like the ELEX was screaming to me. I thought it was because of the mana they were giving me, but now I know it's something different.
So, you want to continue?
You said you would help me. That was our deal. Are you still up for this? Now you know how crazy my idea is?
Let's assume I believe you. What exactly do you think you heard?
I'm not sure. It wasn't words. More a sense of desire, of purpose. But it was fleeting, hard to catch. I think I need to find a bigger deposit of ELEX. That might help me hear it more clearly.
Okay. What happens now?
We go ELEX hunting. But first I need to return... home. I have to go to Edan, to one of our world hearts. The one south of the observatory, in the middle of Edan. Now I've heard it, sensed it here. I want to know if this is what I heard when I was close to large amounts of mana in Edan.
You said you felt something back then. Why would it be different now?
Because I need to be sure. I need to know I wasn't going crazy. Can't you see how important this could be? What this would mean for everyone?
You go. I'll meet you there when I can.
Right. See you in Edan.
a damn lie.
Hey, there you are.
Are you okay? You look...
Yeah, I know. I feel terrible. That encounter with the ELEX and Abessa really took it out of me. It's like it looked inside of me. I feel cold from the inside.
Cold. That sounds like ELEX.
You remember it, right? From when you took it. I got similar feelings when I took mana. I can't imagine what it did to you before being transmuted. I need some now. I need to get some mana.
I thought you wanted to go to a world heart.
I do. Now that you're here, we could go together.
About the side...
Yeah?
Here, I have some mana for you.
Thank you. I need it to balance the ELEX I'm sensing. Without it, I'm worried I'll lose myself to it. I have to understand what it wants, what the ELEX's purpose is.
Then let's go.
All right. Something is wrong here. There should be guards to look after the World Heart.
Doesn't look like anyone's home.
Then we should be ready for a fight. Something has killed the guards here. Maybe it was mutants. They're attracted to mana as well as ELEX. You did well.
Look out! I'll take care of it.
You did well.
Look out! Fight together! Let's do this!
A world heart. I hope that one day we find these across all of Magalan. It's terrible. Not a soul here. Just death. I have to go on. Can you give me some space again? I need peace and quiet for meditation. I can sense it.
What can you sense?
It's incredible. I can hear something here. Clearer than before.
What can you hear?
The ELEX. It's alive. It doesn't matter whether it's been changed, processed, transmuted, it doesn't matter. It retains the same voice. It might change the way ELEX behaves, but it remains linked together somehow.
Are you any closer to understanding what this means?
Closer, yes, but I need to know more to understand it. The fact ELEX is alive, that it has a collective consciousness is one thing, but we need to know what it wants. I want to know if we're changing it, or it's changing us.
Hey, what? How can it be changing us?
You of all people ask me that? You know the effect it had on you as an alb. You've seen what it's done to Magalan's animal life. We need to find some more ELEX deposits. Some that have been brought back up from when the comet first hit. Let's go. I'll tell you if I sense any.